top ISIS commanders to visit Iswap's Lake Chad base to support terror in Nigeria and others. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. They are also to join forces with Iswap to eliminate terrorists of the Bakura Buduma faction of Boko Haram. Now the news in detail. The ISIS Shura Consultative Council has finalized plans to visit the West African Wilaya of the Islamic State of the West African province, Iswap. The visit PR Nigeria learned was on the instruction of ISIS leader Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Karishi, and it is part of the group's effort to recognize its global structure. It was learned the purpose of the ISIS visit is also to provide training, funding, as well as to deploy more mercenaries to fight in sub-Saharan Africa after losing a lot of its terrorist fighters. They are also to join forces with Iswap to eliminate terrorists of the Bakura Buduma faction of Boko Haram, the source said. The ISIS Shura Consultative Council, which reports directly to the executive branch, is the Caliphate's religious monitor, appointed to make sure that all the local councils and governors are sticking to ISIS version of Islamic law, a CNN report noted. Meanwhile, the leadership of a Boko Haram sect loyal to the Bakura Buduma camps has relocated its bombs fabricated to a forest in southern Kaduna State, PR Nigeria also learned. The bomb makers, also known as Alamayas by the sect authorities, were recently deployed to Regina, Igabi, and Chikun town in the southern province of Kaduna. Internal sources says the Boko Haram groups may take advantage of the mountainous forest as hideouts. It is quite sad that this is actually happening. I do not understand why these people why lots of Nigerians need to go down for this in the north. Imagine this kind of news. This kind of news is very disturbing. They are freely moving around. They are doing what? This today, if it is not the terrorists kidnapped, tomorrow it is a bandit that is now leaving residents. Now news getting to us is that bandits are leaving residents. How can this be happening? Now today people are moving around and this and that. What is really going on? This kind of news, it does not bring joy. Take us back to the time where news as such, news will bring, there will be something good about the news. But today, we keep hearing, if this attack is not, if not happening, the other one is happening. If it is not the Iswap, it is the Boko Haram. If it's not the Boko Haram, it is bandits, and so on and so forth. And it is, something really, really drastic is not done to salvage the situation. We keep hearing the government running to say they send their condolences in the midst of any menace or attacks that happened. And I keep asking myself, why will you be quick to do so? Why not let situation turn and let things that is going to stop you from writing, we commiserate with you and all, let it happen. Let it be a prevention of a loss of lives and property. Let the people in the northern region heave a sigh of relief. Imagine having to go through all this on a daily basis. You now take it as life. It is now a norm. What is supposed to be an abomination is now a norm. What is supposed to be, rarely happen is not happening every time. That is why I'm saying that if as a Nigerian, because maybe you live in any other place apart from the north, you think you are safe, think again. A lot of things are going on. A lot of issues are all going on. A lot. And it continues like that on a daily basis. It continues like that on a daily basis. You keep asking yourself when it is going to stop. You keep asking yourself when this particular issue is going to be done and dusted. When will Nigeria now? When will Nigeria stop having such news of bandit attack, Iswap attacks, terrorist attack, and what have you? Why? this particular issue should stop being treated with kid gloves. These people have proven that they can wreak havoc and they can destroy community and make it inhabitable. Now, I do not understand why this is happening. I still do not understand why this is happening. The government should swing into action and secure our brothers and sisters that work over there. And secure not just the civilians now, even the Nigerian army are paying dearly with their lives. They are paying dearly. And you know, some of these people come out and say, oh, after this particular issue now, after we keep hearing that this particular village have been kidnapped, or this particular village, you know, and they come out and after these people have made it, okay, yes, we wreak such havoc. We are the one that committed this thing. And you keep hearing news such as how do I put it now? The Boko Haram or terrorists have surrendered. And I keep asking myself, information getting to us today, just a few hours ago, was that this particular group, they have what they call Boko Haram repented facility in Gombe State. And I'm asking myself, what is happening? Who did this to us? Where have you heard that a group of terrorists that terrorized the nation because they have surrendered? What now happens? They don't give them a place to sleep. They give them a place to stay. What is really going on? News it is not a very good news. You hear that victims of this particular people now. Information got into us last week was that this particular people, the victims, those that are staying in IDP centers, that at the end of the day, what happened? The government was given, I think, an ultimatum that come December 31st, or I think so, yes, that the IDP centers will, and I'm asking, where do you want those people to go when the government has built or has provided facilities for Boko Haram members, that's the so-called repented Boko Haram? And now the victims are left to be. Is there any plan in progress to, what really happens after? How the people who have lost their lives, their houses and means of livelihoods, how the government is going to support such people? And yet, we are still asking that question until we heard today that a facility that is supporting the safekeeping, oh my goodness, the safekeeping of the repentant Boko Haram. And I'm asking myself, how did we get here? How did the oppressed becomes more oppressed by this government? And the oppressor is free, walking free, is even applauded for it. It is indeed sad, very sad.